The time is finally here, the annual trip to Melbourne for the Vintage and Modern Toy Fair Monster Edition. Let's check the toy fair out and see if we picked up a few items for our collection. Killer tomatoes at the toy show. Check them out. He's got 3 of them.
So these are all the Burger Kings, these Slam Twist and Punch It.
Do you have the notorious Kip?
Oh, he's great, getting graded. I've
Oh,
got a
is he?
prototype getting graded with him.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so these are all my personals in here.
Look how nice they are.
He does. The batteries are in one of these tubs, bro.
These are all shipper boxed small soldiers. Look at this collection. Just mint.
Yeah.
Got the big boys here.
But it's bootleg, bro.
And Kip is actually off getting graded. So if you're a small soldier collection, you know that Kip's one of the hardest ones to find, but how cool is all that? That's amazing. This is awesome. Look at all these small soldiers on card. Now I actually need this little guy by himself. These look like bootlegs. Check these guys out. We also had the small soldiers all over the table that you could buy. The ones in the shipper boxes were just there to look at and enjoy. I did pick up a little ocular, so I wanted him for the collection. He's the American Burger King figure, I believe, and we didn't get him in Australia, not to my knowledge, but it was a good way for me to get ocular as his full form in the collection with the other small soldier figures. You got a whole bunch of turtles, Toxic Crusaders. Oh, how nice. Safari Mike's there. A little bum bag. Been rocking that back in the 90s. These are cool.
I've got the Brachiosaurus.
So clean too.
That's my big ticket one.
Maybe still Mike was 70, missing a bit, but still really cool to see. Lots of turds. Here we got the iconic Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle cereal bowls. He's got all 4 of them in there with the cereals, still wrapped. Pokemon, very big right now. Just a lonely Moon Mesa. So when they say holy grails in toy collecting, this is one of the holy grails. So this is the vintage Series 1 Monsters in My Pocket Mountain. This thing is complete with all these monsters. These are renowned for being very brittle. So $7.50 is what they're asking, which like in Australia is a really good price. You can tell there's a little crack there. So they are very brittle, but all the names are still on there. So so cool to see. Monsters in My Pocket trading cards, a whole pack of them. Got loose skeleton warriors there. $20 in a bag with this little turtle bag. Beautiful. The knockoff bootleg Skeletor Giant. Everyone's favorite. Got the Toxic Crusader travel game. Just down here, Tony's just bought a bunch of hearts. Masters of the Universe. Take your pick. Look at all that. King Hiss. Wow. That's a good bit to have. It's broken. Then you've got the Turtles weapon pack. Oh, they're just tubs. That's vintage Star Wars. Look at one of the balls. You just dig for days in there. Space Jam figures all opened. So nice. Card back of what they look like. And you go into Lost in Space. Feeling very 90s here. More Lost in Space but loose. Oh, check him out. Real monsters. $50. That's nice. We go into all this mask. Look at the colours just pop on these things. And then more 90s nostalgia. Oh, dinosaurs. Not the mama. And we move up to a bit of Flintstones, some Dino Riders in there. More masks into Brave Star. I also picked up Robin Hood, Longbow Robin Hood. This is an immaculate card, unpunched. I got this from my good mate, Tony B, Uncle T's Toys, who were down there. Wow, what a store he had set up. It was probably the biggest store in the whole monster. It was a monster store at the whole convention. That thing was immense. Like, he did superb. He had it going on. But I saw this and I thought, you know what? I'm gonna ask Tony if I can grab this one off him, all because I wanted that bowstring. That's the only thing I needed to complete this entire Robin Hood line. So, thank you, Tony. I now have a complete collection, some carded and mostly loose, 100% Robin Hood figures. Look at the amount of color. You know what color means? Color means vintage toy goodness. It's everywhere. Definitely goes further back than it did last year. Look at that, all the Power Rangers. And if you look right there, there's Sis doing what I do. What's going on? Look at all this stuff. We got turtles all bagged up. But look back here, talking sealed turtles. Pristine. Oh, that calculator. I had that as a kid. Woo. Look at this.
Bag of everything, everything 80s and early 90s.
This just your private collection come out to play? So just whole boxes of baggies of everything.
That's it. That's what...
Little gladiator. I think I've got him. Okay, might be some good stuff. Got a Snailian for Screw. We'll take that. Got a lot of cool stuff going on in this tub. More of those like karate wrestlers knockoff booties. I think they're booties. Right, oh, we got a Monty Moose there for 70. I'm not sure. The foot soldier. Oh. Some core figures, Star Wars. This has just got a little bit of everything. Donkey Kong for 20. Just got Diddy Kong this weekend. Ah, there's a frog I need. Last one I need. There you go. Nice. Picking up items, picking up items. Oh, Rotar. MOTU extender figure, getting to the end of the vintage MOTU line. So picking up a couple of the end heavier item ones. This guy wasn't too much, really cool play feature, but I needed a MOTU to come home. He's complete with all these goodies. High-end ones here. Blade. Sega Mega Drive games here. Love seeing them. Oh, Dark Crystal. And my favorite Never Ending Story, X Rentals. So guys, you know me, when I walk past a table full of Street Sharks, I just gotta stop. Have a look at all this Street Shark goodness on this table. A lot going on here. Also, another collection I love, Stargate the movie. I'm just loving everything on this table. Quick check in here. Got some baggies of weapons. Cool. The Toy Biz. That's pretty cool. So the little Micro Machine playset from Independence Day there. Extreme Dinosaur that I've been looking for. So I might have a purchase for this morning. I grabbed him, there he is, Extreme Dinosaur. He's a Lucy, he's got his nice jaw action. He's a good looking figure. He's got a bit of paint rub on his eye, but he is another one that I haven't seen for a very long time, and I add him into my loose collection of Extreme Dinosaurs. Got some more turtles. Who's this guy? You know who he is? You know what he is? Oh, he's Ghostbusters. There you go. So guys, just got these two cabinets full of loose modern Star Wars figures. So gonna have a bit of a rummage here, see if anything jumps out that we need for the collection. And there we are, they're the two figures that I picked out of those cabinets to add into my collection. So nothing wild, but some nice little figures there, clean as. From the bottom of a $5 tub, I pick up Anakin Skywalker, 1985 vintage Kenner figure. Part of the last 17. I double checked him. I thought he was part of the retro line, but nope. 1985, there he is, super clean as well. So get into those tubs, get down the bottom, find this good stuff. So I just at this vendor, awesome stuff, and I find this Arco the Other World just sitting here. So he's coming home, but right behind it, Australian Gladiator jewel set. We'll just check this out, but these are definitely coming home with me. Oh, and then we've got some Street Shark heads. They're really nice. I loved this shirt and this vendor I was having a chat with, defenders of the vintage toys and games. And I was hanging out with Scream, my mate, and he goes, is that an Arco the Other World figure? And it was this big guy. Look at the size of him. The wingspan on him is amazing. But why I was excited to see that, right behind him was this, the Australian Gladiator jewel set. I didn't have this set, and Australian Gladiators are just the hardest thing to find. All right, I've got a few carded, I've got one other playset. I didn't even know this playset existed. There's no source material we can find on the internet that shows you clearly everything that came out in this line. So when we saw that, this guy's sitting there, this guy's sitting like that, and I was like, yep, they're both coming home with me. So I want to thank the shop owner. This was an awesome bundle deal, and this was sort of like my big pickup of the day. Good to see him with the wings too.
Yeah.
What do you got, buddy?
I just picked up Alan Grant from Jurassic Park.
Rest in peace, Alan.
Yeah.
Sam Neill,
Poor
what a
man.
legend. Jimbo Skeletor, it's in the house. Got a bunch of Street Sharks, sorry. Yeah, about right. Porter, always broken.
Whole box for $5 each.
There you go. So you can just get this whole box of Transformer parts for $50 if you have the time and effort to sort that. Something my dad would like. Loves these old Joes. Looks OG.
Yeah, it looks like it.
It's all about the smell. This has to be the most beaten up Kenner Stormtrooper I've ever seen. Look at this poor guy. He has suffered, and he's still in service. So guys, these tables are just full of modern Star Wars. And I say modern, like this stuff goes back to the late 90s. So when does it become vintage? But good to see a massive amount of this and a lot of the Micro Machine playsets in the back there too. We've got some sectars here, the hand puppets. Beautiful looking condition. Across there we've got some Supernaturals. And Sarah down there has found Mole Man. Hercules Legendary Adventures. Look who we run into in Melbourne. It's the Minikin Boys, and they've got some mint on card vintage turtle goodness for their own collection. Steve's even got a FX Freddy figure there, all beautifully enclosed in those acrylic cases to keep them safe. He's very nice, shiny, beautiful, unpunched. Beautiful pickup, boys.
Not bad, man.
Not bad at all. Well, he's got a few more. Bit of nostalgic childhood. The Aladdin figures. Who made those ones?
Mattel.
Mattel. Nice. Nice score, guys. Very good to see you in Melbourne, hanging out. There's just so much to go through, but you know us, we love a tub dive. Got the gargoyles. Aquaman, best superhero ever. Some interesting stuff, man. Lots of stuff. All the goodies are at the bottom, Screw. Finger wrestlers, Batmans, Mask, wrestlers, weird Robin Hood. It's just endless. I might get the gargoyle, he's a nice one. Mighty Morphin Power Ranger books. Remember having that as a kid. Some Star Trek on card here. You got one of the Rock Lord vehicles here. Look at that. All right guys, we're here at the sewer lair and he's just come with the goodies, everything TMNT vintage. Look at all these baggies we've got. So we've got a box of complete turtles here on the left and then a mixture of ones that are just missing parts, but like you can straight away see some heavy hitters in there. Dang, look at all this.
Yeah.
When you go behind,
Is it on the sewerlair.com?
I had to find one turtle figure and I ended up picking up the loose sewer dinosaur caveman Raph for the collection. He's just awesome looking sculpt. Didn't have his pterodactyl, but I wanted a turtle and I found a turtle to add to my turtles. From video games, always like to check out the Sega Master System 2 games. That's a great game. I do have those ones, but So guys, these are all OG superpowers, but some of them have been recarded. Good to see Shazam out in the wild. And you got a Mr. Freeze down here. Look at that bad boy. So guys, just another table of modern Star Wars. So heaps in the little baggies here. But if you know this guy, he is a price one. So looking about 140 for him on card, which isn't too ridiculous, but still not for me today. Then you got a little tub here of more Lucy's. Dig through. I don't know, you can always army build. So guys, just another table full of colour. So you got Tales of the Crypt Keeper on card. Sorry about the glare. Terminator, they look like the future Terminators. Mask, a lot of mask around these days. Some Mighty Max, they're looking a bit more complete than others. I need the shell. Snake Plissken from Escape from New York, Escape from LA. Fantastic movies. That's on my focus list, so I'm gonna take him. And there he is, I grabbed him, Snake Plissken from Escape from LA, Escape from New York. That's a figure that's been on my focus list, so I was really happy to pick this NECA Plissken up and add him and tick off a focus list figure for 2026. So guys, always love to find just a tub full of accessories and parts. Might have a dig through there, see what they got. Now we're talking nostalgia as we're looking at Donkey Kong Country SNES. That is actually a beautiful box too. Favorite GoldenEye. Not sure of this line. These are Monster Force line. These some old, these are Playmates, 1994. Now I'm excited to find a new line. Yeah, it looks like there's 5 of them. I think there's more, like Creature from the Black Lagoon, Dracula. Who remembers Duke Nukem? What about the old school? Come get some. Got some more knockoffs here. And Origins. A Total Puzzle, pretty cool. You get a whole pack of Hook figures going on. Some big boxed PC games. Not at all anymore. Look at that Star Trek playset there. Some Stone Protectors, moving up to Street Sharks. Evil Drax, nice one to see. More bits and bobs. So we got some Masters of the Universe coloring books from the 80s. Look at the artwork on these guys. Oh, that's sick. This is a set worth looking at. Look at these. Monsters in My Pocket Howlers. They want to sell them as a set, which is understandable. But So cool to see these. Just a tub of Star Trek parts, the Borgs. Not going to find much in here that we don't have.
Borg.
Here we go, tubs and tubs of Hasbro G.I. Joes, all individually bagged. Wow, might see if there's any Street Fighters in there. Shout out to my beautiful wife, Sarah, who does all the editing for this, but Sarah also likes to add things to my collection, and she was wandering around going, what do I buy you this year? I want to get you something. So she went and found me the last Captain Planet of the Planeteers figures, Linker, to add to my collection on card. I haven't been able to find this figure to finish off the little set that I have loose, so she went and bought it on card for me, and then I could just have one representation of the carded figures with all the loose figures in front. So thank you, babe, for picking that up. That was a really nice gift. Star Wars MOTU accessories. Coins in there from the 30th anniversary line. UV88, still got his arms there. Nice to see. Look, now we can film each other.
16.
Hey, Simple Simon, how are you, buddy?
I'm good, man. How are you?
How's the con been today?
So how many laps have you done, can I ask?
I've done about 4 now.
So I started from the back and I've gotten to here. In 3.5 hours, I've done, this is my 5th aisle.
Legend.
So yeah, it's pretty hectic.
Look at this guy. Massive Terminator exoskeleton, little display stand.
Yeah.
Lights up.
Yeah,
Now this was pretty damn cool. I'm just panning over this glass case and I'm looking for things, and this green alien just sticks out to me, and I said to myself, I know what that is. That's Major Matt Mason. This is a 1960s toy and the condition of it is absolutely fantastic. So these guys are rubber with bendy metal inside, so you always find them a bit degraded, cracked, metal sticking through. But this figure was so clean, and I knew straight away that my dad, who wasn't able to come this time, collected Major Matt Mason, and I just thought, yep, he doesn't have any of the aliens. I'm sure he doesn't. So we picked this one up for Dad, and he got to enjoy that for his collection. Very Australian, the Bushland Friends. Look at that, nice Jurassic Park cover. Some cool stuff here. More of the worlds. Just a box of cards, take a pick. And then something I'm enjoying lately is just having a magazine to read. So, a lot of Fangoria, Monster mags, some Star Trek, some good sci-fi mags. Alright, more tubs of figures. Just look at the amount. This Toy Fair just has tubs and tubs of loose figures to dig through. Let's see if there's anything in there we can find. Look! Yak face! Oh, it's not vintage. More figures. Who's that guy? Everybody freeze!
Everybody free. What killed the dinosaurs?
The Ice Age! That's is that I can never tell, they use the same figures.
Legolas?
Why? Why? Sorry. Sorry about that filming there, that was terrible. Again. Still digging, still digging. Just keep digging, just keep digging. He's either, I think he's either New Adventures or Demolition Man. But what does he want here? 10's a little out of my happiness range, but right next to that, I nearly missed it. We have some Arco the Otherworld figures. Some good prices on these. Might just check. What do we have? Now let's check it. Let's check which ones we need. So I did grab 2 of the Arco the Otherworld figures from the convention. So nicely filling this line out. Not many to go now to have the whole set. Just need that damn castle. Some nice vintage, very clean looking vintage figures there. Some turts. What I like about the turtles they got here is just this little bit of merchandise, the 5 party candles. Imagine rocking that back in the 90s on your birthday cake when you were 6 years old. The Sky Commander pin. Some Simpsons. Haven't seen a great deal of Simpsons today. Smurfs, which everyone's talking about this weekend for some reason. They are making a comeback. Some more MOTU. Really clean. The Grizzlaw looks nice. Oh, check that. Just when I was saying that I haven't seen much Simpson merchandise, I've come across this table. Full. Thinking of Shanko right now. All this Simpsons merch. It's never a toy hunt for me if there isn't some Star Wars to add, and we did pick up some Lucy's, but I wanted to get some carded as well. Found a couple of store holders with a few of the figures that I needed. So here's a little bit of an overview of the carded Star Wars figures I got at the Vintage and Modern Toy Fair. Shout out to my mate Ian, who took me over to this table to have a look at a piece of toy history, pure toy history. What we're looking at is the little shipper box of the 4 figures from Star Wars Kenner, the original 4 figures. So back in the day, in the 70s, you kids would have got a gift certificate for Christmas that said, you're gonna get the first Star Wars figures ever made, but you're not gonna get them for Christmas. They're gonna be shipped to you later. A few months later, kids received that white box and it had the address sticker still on it. So pulled the tray out, and you can see the 4 figures there, pristine condition, still in their plastic. Now, this was pure hit. These are the first figures that Kenner would have made back when Star Wars figures started getting produced for children to play with. So this gentleman actually had 2 packs of it, one that was open and one that was very much sealed. So it was really cool to see a bit of that toy history there. Along with that, he had a 12 pack of the R2-D2, and if I can show you properly and clearly enough here, you'll see the color of the blue in the dome of the R2 on the 12 pack. So the first line of figures that came out after this sample pack. And if you have a look at the blue on the actual R2-D2 that's in that 4 pack, You see it's very much a lighter blue. It's very beautiful blue. So you can really see that difference between what was the original R2-D2 that came out and the 12-back R2-D2, which is a little bit more common. Along with that, he was pulling out the telescopic lightsaber of Luke, and I was just like, I'm not touching any of this. So I knew the price tag on this would have been up there, and just to pull that out, see how straight that little lightsaber was. So pretty cool to see that. So massive thank you to the guys for allowing us just to film that, enjoy it, and just like get a little bit of Star Wars toy history. Before we wrap up, I do want to give a big shout out to everyone that was hanging out with us. There were so many other YouTubers from interstate, out of state, and out of country. We all got together for this big weekend, so it was absolute blast hanging out with all you guys. There we go, guys. The Vintage and Modern Toy Fair for 2026 is over. You saw in the footage that this convention just keeps bringing it. It's been 2 years now that we've done this convention. We've just had a blast. So we've already got our tickets booked for the next one, August 8th, 2027. Big shout out to Will and Andrew for putting on this event, for also giving us the media tickets, allowing us to get in, film all the stuff before it's gobbled up by other toy collectors. It was just a lovely, fun day. It was tiring, it was exhausting, but we loved it. The atmosphere down there, it's just next level. All the different store holders that were there, fantastic talking to them and just getting to know them. And even the people that came up and said that they watched our channel, thank you very much for that. There was a few people that said that, a few people that just wanted to have a chat, show us what they picked up, and that is all part of this community. That's what I love, and it just makes doing these videos so much more fun. So until next year, guys, if you haven't been to this toy fair, get down there, try it out. It's so good. Thank you to all the crew that hung out for us, with us from interstate, from overseas. Everyone came together just to enjoy this weekend at this Vintage and Modern Toy Fair. Until next time, guys, happy hunting and go enjoy your toys.